you ever thought about how many groups you are a part of? Groups are everywhere, and our involvement in groups shapes a large part of our lives in positive ways. Groups can range from social groups such as our friends and family to membership in a political party. We can also be a part of a group not out of choice, but as a result of a project working group, either in school or our place of work. Groups can be both formal and informal. An informal group comes together voluntarily, such as a group of friends with a common interest. Formal groups typically have more structure and have been put in place for a purpose. Groups can fulfill a need in people such as identity, sense of belonging, interpersonal relationships, security, etc. Groups create benefits in various ways. Community groups, project or working groups, and support groups are all very different, yet they can all have a positive impact in our day-to-day lives. There are so many different groups one can belong to in a community. There are sports groups such as skating or running clubs, baseball and hockey associations, tennis clubs, etc. There are arts and culture clubs such as an arts council or a community band. These social groups fulfill basic human needs of friendship, sense of belonging, and ego. People are involved in these types of groups often at a young age. They are an integral part of social development, fostering communication, interpersonal skills, conflict resolution, and problem solving. Community groups also include volunteer groups. I volunteered for a short time with a group called Food Not Bombs. This group was formed by several individuals coming together to make food for the homeless and people in need. It was evident that many of these people came together for the social aspect and enjoyed the sense of belonging and coming together for a good cause. I could also see people taking on different roles in the group, allowing people to develop organizational and leadership skills. Being part of a volunteer organization or group can benefit others, but has also been confirmed through research to improve 6 aspects of well-being: happiness, life satisfaction, self-esteem, sense of control over life, physical health, and depression. Another type of group is a project or working group. These are very common in school and the workplace as they foster teamwork. Research has shown that teamwork is one of the most important communication skills for personal and professional success. Educators are relying more on collaborative learning strategies to provide a more meaningful learning experience for students, including team-based learning. Group project work is a very common and valuable method to use to solve problems as well as implement process improvements in companies today. According to Michelle Fox, Vice President of a home healthcare company, the diverse skills and knowledge that come together in the group formation typically result in creative, positive outcomes. In the Western Journal of Communication, it was noted that groups engage in greater amounts of systematic inquiry in conditions where members are heterogeneous. This supports the view that the diverse knowledge in the workplace groups result in increased investigation or inquiry, communication, and typically higher quality outcomes. Getting involved in group projects in school and at work can help develop interpersonal, problem-solving, and teamwork skills. Project groups in the workplace have proven to help the members of the groups as well as the outcomes for organizations. The third type of group I want to address has provided positive effects on people dealing with trauma, grief, addiction, as well as many other personal issues. The type of group I'm referring to is a support group. Support groups consist of people who come together to share experiences or ideas and provide support to one another. There is a significant body of research indicating that group treatment is effective in treating a variety of problems in children and adolescents. There was a study involving the people of Bosnia and Herzegovina who were exposed to prolonged civil war involving detention camps, raids against civilians, torture, genocide, etc. Children and adolescents were exposed to life-threatening and stressful events. The effectiveness of focus groups were evaluated to assess the impact of a group treatment program on coping skills and attitudes, interpersonal relationships, willingness to advocate for peers, and impacts on the group. It was found that the social skills developed in the group setting improved communication and interpersonal relationships. The positive outcomes observed in this study align with other conclusive studies relating to the effectiveness of group-based treatments. Groups are everywhere, impacting our lives in positive ways. Whether it's a social group, working group, or support group, being part of a group can improve our interpersonal skills, problem-solving skills, sense of belonging, and overall well-being. Think about the groups in your life. Did you benefit from belonging to a new group? Could you help others by joining a group? I hope that thinking about the positive impacts of groups has at least made you think about how they could benefit you or how you can benefit others. And maybe some of you will take that step and join a new group today.